Hi guys, here we are with
Davide Magri,
that made
7th place at the Regional Nerviano.
okay with
Voiceless voice, and I also decided to play the ugliest list ever, so I was on a quest to do that.
Now a shout out to our sponsors, the first one being Grad, the best grading company in Europe based in PIANETA in Milan. The second one is CARDTRADER, the online marketplace platform where you'll find the cards you need at market price in one shipment only. Create your account using the link right here. The third one, Game to Collect, is one of the top Italian sellers on the market, specializing in high-rarity American cards, gold format, and misprints. They also collect your cards up to 85% of their value. Next one is Magician Circle, a local store in Trieste specialized in sealed and custom products. They also host events for all TCGs. Then shout out to GameLover, your favorite place based in Crema, where you can eat, play card games, table games, and also video games. Next we got ALIANDY, your go-to place in San Giovanni Lupatotto, where you can find mangas, comics, board games, singles, and tournaments for all TCGs. Then a shout out to Planet Fun, the best place to go in Rovato for weekly tournaments for all TCGs. Last local store we have is Gamerland, based in ABBIATEGRASso, Lombardy's best shop to buy singles, sealed, and play weekly tournaments. Then we have CHAPA'S Playmats. They produce amazing custom playmat that may have your own image on them. Last but not least, we have Dragon Ink. They produce our official PA jerseys and cloth mats. All their links are in the description down below, so don't forget to check them out.
okay, show the list.
Very low. If I could have played the 2, I would have done it, but I couldn't. And line Trias.
Pretty standard, yeah.
We can't really do anything else. You cut the third one in some siding patterns, but overall it's pretty stable at 3.
Yeah.
1 because
Yeah.
if you play more, I don't know what you're doing. 2 Dorito, 1 Sauravis because you don't want to draw it, you want to search it.
Sure.
And this guy because he negates Brafu basically, and that's about that. Also with the new continuous, it's much easier to get it out, so it's pretty easy to choose out in your opponent's turn. And as an add, he's not bad because you add him with the Skull Guardian and then you scale it, get a ritual spell back, and it's just generally more advantage.
Oh yeah.
For hand traps, 3. And now the abomination begins with 2 Drollen Lockbird, 2 Nibiru, and triple Imper because I kind of wanted to play 2.
Okay.
Gold because they have to be ugly. Also the Nibirus are different.
Oh yeah.
And the Ashes are also different. They're all different.
I like it.
Just want to point that out. We are playing the ugliest possible list, so. And then 2 Fenrir, also different, so.
Oh sure.
Then we are playing this guy because we are on to the Branded Fusion package.
Okay. Albat's always in hand.
So that we have another brick, yes. This guy is always in your hand, like he just loves you. Today I've drawn him only 3 times, so
Only?
that's kind of okay.
Okay.
I mean, last regional I played 6 rounds and I got it like 5 times in my hand. So that was pretty fun. Didn't resolve that many Brafus, but because I had it when I was under Shifter or the continuous spell.
Okay.
Fisher. And I made the decision not to play a dark target to make Lubellion into either Stapelia or something else, like a throw into the other Desperate Fusion, but I decided not to do that, and that was pretty funny because I got shifted a bunch of times when I had Braff in my hand, so yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think I'm changing that though, because
Okay.
the shifter is not real.
Okay.
Then this one, and this card is absolutely broken. It won me so many games that I would have never won otherwise.
Okay.
It generally makes the deck much better than it was, because I think it was like kind of rogue-ish. Even though like you'll hear about a bunch of people in the YouTube space calling Voiceless like the second or third best deck. It was never the second or third best deck. The deck was like very meme. It was like rogue-ish at
Okay.
best. With Blessings, I think it becomes a deck that is more viable because it just produces better end boards. It has better grind game, and it helps in some matchups that otherwise would be unwinnable, like Thunder.
Okay, fine.
Then more consistency. Again, I wanted to play Tube. I needed siding patterns. We're playing free. You're playing free, by the way.
Yeah.
Two of this. I wanted to play the fourth one.
No. No.
Two prosperity. This one is actually more justifiable, I think. But
Santoli style.
yeah, I mean, I think it's justifiable because this deck draws a bunch, and in general, you don't want to see cards that conflict with each other. I think playing two is completely reasonable because you need siding patterns, and you normally side either one or both out.
Okay.
Side.
Okay.
And then Radiance.
Yeah, that's right.
Also,
Total?
I want to very quickly explain why I played Chiribiru Chitral Defender. There is a reasoning behind that, besides just being a meme. At the start of the format, I played 3 Fenrirs and 3 Droll because there were a bunch of random meme decks that people were playing. So Fenrir and Droll are cards that generally do well against those decks, and they performed pretty well in the first week. But after the first week, there was the Voiceless in Rally, and people saw that Snake Eye, oh, guess what, it was still really good. So now people are swapping to Snake Eye again, and because of that, I needed more hand traps, even though not that many, because I didn't play that many, I only played 10. I put back Nibiru's, and at that point, I wanted to take out the cards that were starting to underperform, because cards that are not very good into the Snake Eye matchup, obviously I would need to take them out. Those cards were the Droll and Fenrir that I put in at the start of the format. But due to the fact that it was a regional and there was the possibility of finding a bunch of meme decks, I still wanted to play them. So I decided to go to 2-2-2, also because I needed ritual levels for Saphira, and Nibiru obviously was just the best choice in that. But at the same time, it was a hand trap, so it made sense mathematically. Even though it's very ugly to see, it's kind of reasonable if you play it. I don't mean to have people play that because it's honestly an horrible ratio, and people will get triggered because they are not free of. But it is what it is. I did you and thought therefore incorrect. Anecdotal evidence, yeah.
The extra deck.
Anima Mask. I've actually never summoned it. Normally it's very good, but it just never came up.
Never came up, okay.
Yeah, I went second a bunch of times, so I lost. I only won like 2 dials, so 3. Well,
Okay.
so and I never summoned it because I got hand trapped, or I just wanted to go for the blessings and and SP, which
Standard.
is what you would summon
Yeah.
Mask, but obviously you do summon it with the Anima into SP into
pretty standard,
Dinamondo combo, which outs a bunch of stuff. Standard and the other diviner target. You summon it when you see diviner basically, and you need to break board. Then because I played the spell negate.
A target for
target. This one is pretty decent. The honest scale effect came up because some guy destroyed it. And technically speaking, I could pendulum summon Sephiras.
Okay.
In your turn, it's a your turn. Never gets to your turn, but it's decent. Typhoon, I never summoned it, but I would never cut it because it always steals games.
Yeah, sometimes came in clutch.
And then for the branded package, 2, 1, 2. You could reasonably cut the second copy. I played the second album because I want to add a branded fusion in the end phase, and there cuts like a break from my deck, gets my spell that I could put back with Saravis. The second one comes up in situations where you go for Lubellion, so you put back the Albats at that point, and because of the fact that you are adding another branded fusion, you have the possibility of going for Lubellion then once again.
Okay. Fine.
Which is kind of okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the mirror jet.
Side.
The Visuals.
Yeah, 1-1 is standard.
And then 1 and 1 because we need to complete the play set. Also, this is different again, and it's called red, so it's the worst party ever. Then for more abominations, 1 triple attack 6. Okay, so I was playing free, and then I made space for the second copies, for the third copies of these.
Okay.
But I figured out that it still needed a siding pattern for going first, so talents stayed in for going first, and for going second it was still kind of okay in the situation where I was siding up random fusion because against Snake Eye you don't really want to see Brafu, you want to see either board breakers or hand traps. And at that point you need to side out Brafu because otherwise talents conflicts with it. Because if you Brafu and then you talent stake, which is what you want to do, you take the Appaloosa, then you can't get rid of it, you can't link it off. So at that point I was still siding it out even though it was a one-off because you can get it with prosp, so it's not that hard to find even though it's only a one-off. And obviously it was a setting pattern going first with the judgments, the cold and the cold budget. So I was playing 5 cards for going first.
Fine.
The last cards were board breakers. A lot of random decks. I think these are reasonable. These are also reasonable against Fire King, like Fire and all these variants.
Snake Eye and in the air.
If they don't hand loop you, that is. If they do hand loop you, then you put them, pray you see a hand trap and pair with it and just try to go with that. Because normally if you hand trap, you don't get hand loop, but they still end on a pretty relevant end board. So if you see hand trap in this, it's probably better than seeing double hand trap. And if people don't hand loop you, then good because you just throw the board breaker and you have
literally win and play. Yeah, fine.
Any shoutouts?
No, I had everyone. No, sorry. Shout out to Purple Ace and the sponsors. Shout out to Jarecord. Shout out to Simone G, the people here that are existing next to us, I guess. And shout out to my last opponent, which got very unlucky and got ninth.
Well, the 9th place, okay.
Shout out to Lello, by the way, who gave me
the deck.
Shout out to Simo Alesiani, who gave me the continuous spell, the new blessings, because otherwise I wouldn't have it. And again to the man who got ninth, because he gave me a Mirror Jade. I think that also Leo for giving me Fenrir's.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.